What's up, everyone? You saw the travesty last week where Rashbalash tried to make some cookies and epically failed. So this week, we're going to be doing it right. That's right, we got Rash out of the picture, and you and I are going to be making some quality chocolate chip cookies. So let's start. First step, get rid of the rash, get rid of the trash. Second step,
what's up? I'm back.
I'm about to play Smash, trying to get some cash. I'm gonna get a rash. Hey, it's Rashbalash.
Alright, what's up everyone? It's your boy Rashbalash, and Fuad and I are back at it again. If you watched our video of last week where we made Tasty's perfect chocolate chip cookies, you saw we messed up a little bit here and there, you know, there was some complications with the flour and us not having bread flour. And that also caused us to add in a ton of extra all-purpose flour. And then we also didn't have regular espresso powder, but you know, we're back with it. We made our own. I think now we have everything that we need to finally get the recipe right. So hopefully we can get it looking similar. You know, last time it was looking dark brown.
looked like poop.
Yeah, it looked like poop.
Tasted good.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah.
But
watch that video for our thoughts.
Yeah. This time though, I think we can get it right, so let's get right into it.
Alright.
So first up,
I already did some prep.
and so did I. So Fuad melted butter and made the espresso powder. I already cut the chocolate chips. So for this, it calls for a bar of chocolate and then also regular chocolate chips. So we cut up this already, and then we also have our chocolate chips, of course, that we're gonna add in. Then we have the espresso powder.
Yep, let's walk through how I did that. Ah, that was great. All right, and then I made the butter same way as last time.
Yeah, we just browned it up. Now I think we just gotta make the different mixtures, put it all together. So
yeah. One thing to note, this time around we're only going to do half the amount.
right. So I might have cut up too much chocolate.
That's all right. That stuff looks delicious.
All right, so first up we gotta mix the bread flour, the all-purpose flour, and the salt, and
sift it in a different bowl,
and
if I
baking soda,
remember
and
correctly.
sift it in a different bowl. We got our all-purpose, our bread flour. We got the sifter, so now, since we're doing half of the recipe, usually it calls for a cup of bread flour, we're doing half a cup of bread flour, and then since it calls for 3/4 of a cup, we're gonna do, quick math, 3/8, no 6/8, so 3/8.
Normally it's 3/4? Yeah, it's 3/8.
All right,
yep,
cool.
just double the bump.
Yeah.
The video is just us measuring ingredients.
All right.
It's the new ASMR.
Okay, so now what we need is salt and baking soda.
Nice.
So we need 2 teaspoons of kosher salt usually.
Okay, but now we're just gonna make that one.
Yeah, or 1.5 teaspoons of table salt, so
Okay.
3/4 of a cup.
Okay.
And then
Teaspoon.
for baking soda, we need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda.
Normally or this time around?
This time around. So usually we use 1 teaspoon of baking soda, this time just 1/2.
Here's half.
Alright, so we have our flour mixture, so now we need to do the stuff that's going into the KitchenAid mixer.
Alright.
Shout out to our sponsor. So yeah, we're gonna start off with our butter. We melted 1 stick this time because we're doing half. Usually it calls for 2 sticks. Jesus Christ.
I can't get it right.
Then we're gonna put in 1/2 cup of brown sugar this time around, as well as 1/4 of sugar, since again we're doing half. After that, we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and then the espresso powder. Then I think we're gonna mix in the flour mixture and then, you know, get it all nice and good. Oh, and also the eggs. First, we're gonna put in the butter. All right, now 1/4 of white sugar. And last but not least, we gotta add in the vanilla extract and the espresso powder. So, we got our vanilla extract. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, now we can finally mix this thing up. Now we can add in our egg and egg yolk. All right, guys, this looks insane. Like, it's super light and fluffy. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I think it's ready to start mixing in the flour mixture.
Yep.
So we're just gonna keep it mixing while I put in this flour mixture. So I'm just gonna slow it down a little bit. Maybe put it, I'm putting it at 4.
Oh wait. We did an egg. We did too much egg.
Why? Oh, we did.
Just continue.
Catch us next week where we finally perfect this recipe. Haha. Damn it, guys. What if I just put in more flour? Alright guys, so since we added too much egg, this dough got super soggy. Or not soggy, but cakey. So under the genius decision of my mom, I'm going to just add in the other half of the recipes that we didn't put in before. You know, we were trying to make less cookies this time around, but that didn't work out because we messed up a little bit. I considered just adding in more flour, but you know, that's not true to the recipe. And how can I judge the recipe if I just do that half? So, gotta go from the beginning. I'm gonna first add in all the flour. I'm just gonna add it in directly. Same with the butter, I need to melt it. I need to melt the other half, and I'm gonna add in the chocolate chips and vanilla extract and baking soda. So basically everything but the egg, because we already added that. So, let's get right to it. Finally, after I think 45 minutes, I've fixed the recipe, kind of. You know, I added in the other half and just basically made it its own cookie, and then combined the two mixtures. Oh God, no! No! Anyways, it's finally time for me to make the actual cookies, and then I'm gonna put in the fridge. It's already 9 p.m., so I'm gonna actually leave it in until tomorrow morning and finally make it. Unfortunately, the cookie dough is still kind of, I don't know, it just seems like it needs more flour, in my opinion. Hopefully it'll be fine, but I added in exactly the flour that I asked for in the recipe, so I'm not gonna add in more, but I don't know what is going on. Hopefully it's right, but I don't know. It truly remains to be seen once, you know, we put all the cookies down and finally make it tomorrow. I don't know. I'm very disappointed. Здравствуйте, guys. So now we have our cookies. We just pulled them out of the fridge after it being in there overnight. And now we just gotta separate them between the pans and bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right.
So
let's do it.
Let's move them.
All right, let's toss these in. Let's see how it comes out. All right, well this is something.
This recipe is something.
Yep. You ready to try one out?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right off the bat, I'll say that some of these got a little toasty on the sides.
Yeah, and I put it in for 12 minutes.
Okay.
Which is the same exact amount of time that I put in last time. I mean, this is, I think, what the video recommends.
Yeah.
Hopefully
this is much more spread.
It spread out a lot more.
Looks more like what they had in the video. It's really dark though.
It's really dark, but we used. Listen, I did exactly what the recipe said.
Okay.
I didn't mess up like any of the proportions. The order of certain things might have been off, but it shouldn't have made a difference because I took that first batch that we made, but had put in 1.5 eggs in, put it to the side, made the second batch, and then combined the two. So it shouldn't have made a difference.
All right. Well, let's try one. Nancy, are we each doing a whole one?
Let's each do a whole one.
All right. Cool.
First up, texture.
Super soft.
Yeah.
Gooey.
The look of it though, kind of is like boring, if I'm being honest.
It's nice to have the contrast.
Very soft, as you can see though.
It's nice to have the coloration contrast between the chocolate and then the cookie. But taste-wise, it's good.
It's fine. I don't like this recipe. Like when I made the cookie dough, it was so buttery. And even now there's so much butter on my fingers, it's disgusting. Sorry, it's just weird. It's not my cookie.
It is extremely rich, yeah.
I think browning the butter is a great idea, but I think 2 sticks of butter for these many cookies is way too much.
It's freaking wild. It's super sweet. Texture is fine. I think it would have been better if we had baked it for maybe a minute or 2 less. Chocolate's great, but that's not really on the cookie, you know? And health-wise, like, man, I feel like these are probably This is probably the least healthy I felt eating cookies.
So even after round 2, I can say that, see, this cookie is still better than the other cookies that we made, the second type. But the Joshua Weissman ones so far have been the best.
For sure.
I still think those are too sweet, but I think we can perfect.
I think that one is way easier to perfect than these.
I have one more recipe that I want to give a shot.
Okay.
It's from Joshua Weissman again. It's the levain cookies that he made.
All right.
And I think that using all these different recipes that we made for these cookies, I think we can make the perfect cookie.
Levain cookies, you said, right?
The ones from New York.
The ones from New York?
Yeah.
Guess
I'm sure
be there.
you know. Oh yeah. Maybe Fuad can make a video of him going and getting levain cookies.
I could bring some back.
Bring some back. We'll have to try the OG levain cookies. We'll probably maybe we can make our own if that's not possible.
Why not both?
Okay, yeah, we can do both.
Yeah. Try them, compare them.
Yeah. And then we'll make our own.
These cookies were okay. It wasn't worth it. They're super temperamental. Pretty much everyone in the comments was. Maybe this is kind of normal with recipes, but everybody in the comments was saying like, oh yeah, I changed it this way, or I changed it that way. Nobody was like, oh yeah, these cookies work great the way they are.
Reduce sugar, reduce salt, all these different things.
Yeah.
And how long to actually do it. Yeah. There was a lot of comments down. You can go check that video.
Oh yeah, did you try these out? Did you get them right? Did you run into the same issue? What are your thoughts on Tasty's recipes?
Are we cookie noobs? We're not.
Don't ask stupid questions.
This is the best day of my life. I met Rash the really famous YouTuber.